Today we're going to leave Anya's house in Hamburg and go on and take a train to Berlin. So come along. All right. So Anya's locking up. I've got my suitcase right here. That's the little one. I emptied a lot of stuff because I was carrying more than I need, and I don't want to lug more than I need this morning. This is her cool little car. All right. This is us. All right, let's get in the car and go. Fighting with those buttons. All right. So Anya drives a diesel Tiguan, and here we see today's rate, which is 193 per liter. So about $8 a liter or so, a gallon, $8 a gallon or so. Yeah. But that's how the pumps look here, and we should be filled up in just a moment. While she is up back there filling up real quick, I'm going to show you a couple old VWs. My mother used to love these VW buses. Check this out. And look at these vintage VW buses. That is so cool, I think. Check that out. That's just way too cool and beautifully restored. Huh, look at that. The engine of course is in the back of the bus. See the gas pedal there and clutch. It says rent me. So these are for rent. Well, I just thought I'd run over here real quick while she's pumping over there. And we also see the gas prices for today. So regular is also just about $8 a gallon here. All right, off to Berlin. All right, so Anya just went in here and grabbed a cheese sandwich. I'm gonna see if I can pull this out. Take a peek here. Look at that. If you mentioned earlier, I mentioned Germans love their buns from the bakeries. And
it's football.
It's a football. Soccer ball here. Yes. All right. Well, I don't think I'm going to show you eating this, so be back in a bit. All right, just got here to the main train station, Hauptbahnhof in Hamburg, and we are off to Berlin. See all the departure times up there. So here we go. One thing you have to note when you ride trains here in Germany is they'll tell you it's like track 7, but for me it's like track 7A through D, and then you have to look on the ground here to see which portion of that track will have your train portion. So I'm going to be walking down this way here, hopefully to get to sections A through D, because sometimes you'll have two different trains on the same track going in opposite directions. All right, so I made it to my my track here, 7A through D, and right there you can see it's a 7B. So we're in the right position here to catch our train. We should be in Berlin hopefully around 1 o'clock. So our train was delayed for over 10 minutes, and we wouldn't make our connection in Schwerin, so we took the just an earlier station where the train comes back to. So all these people here are doing the same thing. They're all going to Berlin, and trying to make that connection. So we're here at this little tiny village that usually probably gets no visitors at all. Alright, so we're here at the right track. Lots of people here trying to make this connection, so we all get out, and they're all out here. There's everyone waiting. I went to the front of the train hoping there's a little more space. So once on the train, you can see here it was totally full, totally packed, all the way from Schwerin to Berlin. You can hardly move around. I stood at the exit door the entire trip, and it wasn't until about ready to get off that it actually opened up. All right, just arrived here in Berlin, Friedrichstraße. Now I got to go over here to track 11. Catch a train. It runs every 5 minutes, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And then we go to the South Cross station, and we should be there. All right, so we're catching the S-Bahn here in Berlin. Kind of noisy down here, but should be the next train about 53, so about 5 minutes or so. I was so glad to see my cousin when she picked me up from the train station, and she was also very kind to have me stay with her and her husband at her house for a couple of days while I visited with family in Berlin. Well, finally got off that train and enjoying an afternoon here in Berlin at my cousin's place, and you can see some nice plants and everything. And so, unfortunately, I had to stand on that train for 2.5 hours, and that was a really long time to stand, and so it feels good just to sit down a bit. But I'll be sharing more as the day progresses, and I'll be here till Friday, and then head back to Hamburg. In the afternoon, we went to the Wolziger See and went to what we call the fish hut there, Fischhütte. And we had some wonderful fish there to eat with a beautiful view, and that was with Norbert and his wife Erika. This picture you can see myself with Norbert having an afternoon here at the fish hut, and here you can see my dinner. And I can't remember, I think it's a Scholle with some Bratkartoffel, and here you can see him with his wife Erika. They come here frequently to the lake and watch the boats as they dock, and people come off and have dinner. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I'm getting started with my day here in Berlin. I arrived yesterday via the €9 ticket, and I think everyone had the same idea. I had a full train, and I had to stand up for like 2.5 hours from the north of Germany down here to Berlin. But I'm sure I have that here on video and be showing that to you. So today I'll be meeting with family who I don't get to see very often. It's time for some coffee. All right, this is Zoe. Zoe's going for a walk. This is not a tourist attraction. This is just a regular walk out here in the outskirts of Berlin. And I'm here with my cousin Kirsten, who I have not seen for 50 years, but we just got to meet again. And it's been a nice visit. But the dog needed to go out for a walk, and that's what we done did. So, Vietnamese restaurant. But what we have is we got the fried duck with rice paper around it, and some vegetables inside.
Yeah, vegetables and salad. Yeah.
Okay, so I've never had this before, so I'm gonna go film. So I'm gonna take a bite. I'll put a napkin down just in case I can't hold it down.
And just dip it in sauce.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna dip it in the sauce right there.
I would start from the other side.
Okay, we're gonna start from this side.
Yeah, I would. I would
okay.
because it's more,
All right,
yeah,
here we
more
go.
wrapped in.
Okay. Okay. All right, I think we got it in there and we made a big mess. My cousin can't wait till this episode shows. The spicy sauce. A little tart, a little sweet, but not bad. What's unique though is this rice paper, and if you can see it, it's almost transparent when you look at them. So that, see that right there? We'll pull more on. Interesting. What is this called? What's the name of this? Do you remember?
No, I'm gonna tell you. No, it's a roll. Rice paper roll.
Rice paper roll.
With hoisin sauce. Hoisin. And this is coriander.
It's good. All right. All right. So I got grilled, right? I think it's grilled chicken. Grilled or baked chicken. I know it's not fried chicken. Got noodles and curry sauce. There.
It's just tender chicken breast.
Tender chicken breast. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take a bite here and see how this... Now the noodles need to go in here, right? But the noodles... Take a bite. It's a curry peanut butter sauce. But it's good. Oh yeah. All right, so we had a really good dinner here, or lunch. Schön Mittagsessen.
Ja.
Mit Kerstin. Und ja, jetzt geht's wieder zu dir hin, ne?
Nein, jetzt essen wir noch runter zum Wasser.
Ach, zum Wasser.
Ja.
We're going to go to the water and maybe have some ice cream or something like that.
They do.
All right, we arrived here just around the corner from the Vietnamese restaurant, and we're going to have some ice cream. Maybe even some coffee. We can find it. Look at this car right here. What is this?
Ein alter Wartburg. Wartburg ist in Tschechien.
Wow.
Nee, Wartburg.
Right, we're just going to take a peek real quick because this is actually...
Eisenacher, guck mal hier. Eisenach, Wartburg.
Check this out. That is actually pretty cool. Huh?
Toll, ne?
Pretty cool, yeah. So we found this little ice cream place right here. It's called Freie Heimat, and we're gonna have some ice cream. And Kerstin is inside there, and she has to go get it. And we're gonna have some ice cream here. They have a little marina right over here, and of course the river. And we just saw a boat go past on this little river right here. All right, that's it. Get my ice cream in a moment. So, but I totally forgot to take a picture of this. It's already half gone. That's how good this thing is.
No, I've got a picture from it.
All right, that is the sundown. My battery is at 1%. It's going to cut out in just a second. I'm going to have to find out exactly where I am. I'm at some lake here, but it's beautiful. As you can see, there's a pavilion. We just had dinner, and there's the sundown. And so now you can see both of us here in the
da
video.
sind wir beide, ja.
Yep, there we are.
Hello. Euch alles Gute. Bye.
All right. All right, it is Friday afternoon. I'm going to catch the Intercity Express train instead of the €9 ticket regional train and go back to Hamburg to be with my sister for her birthday celebration, which is tomorrow. I know her birthday was on Tuesday and we had a good time. So anyway, right behind me is the Zuidkreuz train station. My train's delayed. I have no reason why. They're saying the train's having repairs. I think it's the track. That's the number of the train. The other trains are delayed as well. More from the train. Follow along. Right, going up the elevator, here's to the region, to the express trains. Right behind me, you see a whole bunch of shops. In fact, right behind me on this side, right here, is a big supermarket inside the train station. All right behind me, you see the sign says to Hamburg. Now we're taking the Intercity Express 800. All right, I'm gonna go down the track a little bit, right that way.
Information on ICE 800 to Hamburg Altona via Berlin Central. Departure 14:19. Delayed today by about 60 minutes due to technical damage to the train. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Alright, so what I just discovered, I was over there at track number 6. I had to go back up above and come back down. My train to Hamburg is going out of track 8. So, mad dash, everyone had to move over here to track 8. Hopefully be on the train here very shortly. Alright, made it onto the train. As you can see up there. And I'm in the first car of the train. We'll see how this goes. We're going to stop in the Berlin main train station and then be on to Hamburg, I guess. Alright, bye. Join me next time as we go to the Hamburg Carnival or Hamburg Fair and ride a whole bunch of rides. In the meantime, if you like this episode, go ahead and like and subscribe and you'll be notified when a new episode is available. See you again next week.